Hey there guys, time has finally come when I share with you my opinion on 8th edition. I didn't do this earlier because I wanted to have more games to build my opinion a bit more, and now finally the time has come, and I think that this is the worst edition that GW has ever made. I think that 7th edition was much better, it was much simpler and just better overall. I guarantee you, at least two persons just stopped the video, disliked it, and left after that comment. Now guys, that was a joke. Uh, a person who liked 7th edition, I must say that 8th edition is a massive improvement over the previous one. This is a very good edition, this is a simplified edition, which is a very good thing. And but keep in mind that this edition has its flaws overall. It does have its flaws. And we'll talk about them, but by the end of the video. Now we'll start with the positives. I'm a person that hates math with a passion. I never liked math, I never studied in school, I was very bad at it. And I always hated the system of calculating ballistic skill and weapon skill when you were shooting or fighting. I never liked that. You always had to have this sheet in front of you, like I did, because I didn't memorize it, to calculate what dice rolls do you need to do, to roll. But now it's amazing. It's very simple. It's you just open your index or codex. You can make cards of those unit profiles, and you see that your ballistic or weapon skill is say 3 plus, 4, 5, 5 plus, and you just roll the dice, and you just don't have to memorize everything. And yes, each unit has their own value of those skills, but it's much easier than the old rules, guys. It's much easier. Also, at the same time, the AP value is amazing now. Previously, I never actually understood the AP rule, but now you just open your unit profile, you see that your AP is -2, and you just subtract that -2 from the opponent's armor save, and that's it. Those are those are my most favorite rules that 8th edition has now. They simplify the game a lot. It's much faster, and it's better for new players to learn the game, to just jump right into it and start playing. No learning is needed to memorize those two rules. None. It's very simple and very easy. The same category falls the calculating of strength versus toughness value. The rule is very simple. You just need to read through it once, and after that you will know if you need when you need to roll higher or lower dices. And it's also a massive improvement over the old system. And yeah, again, it shared the same points that the first two rules shared. Now, I started playing when 5th edition just came out, and I remember such thing as tank Rhino Rush, Razorback Rush. It was it was very scary to face against it, but at the same time you could deal with it. And then 6th edition and 7th edition dropped, and they just destroyed tanks. Tanks were made out of cardboard, guys. I hated what they did to tanks. My Rhino, sorry, not Rhino, my Land Raider could be shot and just exploded in first turn of my opponent's shooting with just one unit. It was that bad. Now seeing that tanks are actually posing a threat and they have a purpose in the game is amazing. I don't have to be scared for my tanks for some couple of turns. After that they will be downgraded a little bit with the new system that with each and every wound that the tank suffered is getting worse. It's amazing. It's very amazing. I really love it. And Land Riders are no joke. I see people fearing Land Riders when previously they just didn't care. They knew that one lucky last cannon or metal gun shot can't kill it. When I started playing Warhammer as a whole, I started playing fantasy. But then I saw that a lot of people were playing 40k. And I asked one of our gamers, can you show me the game please? So he gave me his Chaos army, and that army had a Demon Prince inside it. So when I started playing it, I charged the Demon Prince into combat. and I just loved how he was slaughtering my enemy left and right in combat. So combat was a very uh, important part of the game for me, and seeing how 7th edition strived more for shooting and against combat, it devastated me. I never liked that rule in 7th edition, but now combat is back. It's actually back. You have units that can you can build your army around combat instead of shooting, and not be scared that you will be demolished on the tabletop in turn 2. No, but what one thing that is a positive again, you cannot charge blindly. You need to think and rethink your move and your decision before you do that. Because if you charge the wrong unit or on the wrong time, you might be exposed for enemy shooting. And that's a big deal. And it gives a lot of flavor and a lot of tactic in this game. One massive improvement is that every single model and every single unit is now playable. There is no such thing as a useless unit. In my opinion, every single unit has its purpose. It might be worse than the other one. Of course, you will be more likely to take the other unit than this one, but it's still playable. You can still do it. And I was never the type of person that played an army or a model just because everyone plays it, just because it's that much good, and just because it performs very well in the tournament. Never. I always build my army considering the models that I like the look of, I like the fluff of, and I like the painting and modeling it. The only time I betrayed my own rule was when I bought the Helldrake. So, and for new players it also gives them a very good starting point, because they will not feel demolished if their favorite unit is a useless one and it got killed on turn 1. No, now every single unit has a purpose and they can play with the models and units that they like. I never was a lore person per se, but I actually always hated GW for the fact that with every new edition the lore just didn't move anywhere. It was like they put the lore in this bubble and it was always in the same bubble where nothing happened. But now the bubble burst up and the lore changed massively. We made not just a step forward, we made a leap forward. We made a massive leap forward, and a lot of people will not like the new where the lore is going. But I personally, I don't mind it. I like that the lore is now changing. I like that they're introducing new stuff, new weapons, new units, and even Primarchs are back. Guys, Primarchs are back. I love it. I would love to see a Primarch on the tabletop faced against me. It would be a massive thing for me. But as I said at the beginning of the video, with each and every edition there is a gripe and a bad rule inside. This edition has 2 bad rules in my opinion. The biggest one would be cover. Cover in this edition is absolutely gone for tanks. I hate the fact that you can, let's take a raider from Dark Eldar. The raider is absolutely obscure, you just don't see it. You just see this little bit tip of its nose, and you can shoot it with no cover for him allowed. And that's because it's not in cover. You might not see it, the model, you might not see the model, but the model is not in cover itself. It's just obscured, so it will not get a cover save, which is a very retarded decision that GW made in this part, and I hope and I would ask them to change that rule and to bring us back the all cover save. If you don't see the model or it's obscured, it gets a cover save. But on the positive note, cover got a massive boost because it now gives you +1 to the armor save if the model or the unit is in cover, which is a fantastic thing, and a lot of units now get 2+ cover save. And then again, it's very balanced because we have weapons a lot of new weapons that ignore cover at the same time, which is very balanced. And the second thing that I don't like in the edition, which will be very controversial, and a lot of people would not agree with me on that, is that the fact that HQs can no longer join units. That's a thing that I don't like the new edition. I always liked the fact that narrative perspective of the thing when a unit HQ joined a unit, and it gave the unit just this feeling of that it's a very important unit, that it was chosen by your commander, by your lord, and it's blessed with with the commander. And now you can view it on the other side, that now the commander is leading the entire force, not only that unit. And but I still would prefer the fact that for the commander to join the unit and keep it that way. But again, on the side note, it's much harder to kill your HQ now, and it will stay longer in the battlefield and give a lot of benefits to your entire army, which is a very good thing. Before the codexes have been released, I had a big gripe that the indexes were very bland, no flavor. Not every army didn't have any flavor; they were just basic. And but now, seeing with the 3 codexes released, I absolutely love that every single 3 armies, or those armies, got their flavor back. I mean, the Chaos Space Marines, Grey Knights, and Space Marines, and I don't see that much difference in their power scaling, actually. I think that the codexes are very balanced. There's no power creep. When I remember there was a time when Grey Knights came out and they were just killing every single army on the battlefield, and then the same thing happened with Elder, Tau, but at the moment 3 codexes released and they're very balanced. They will they will be very good on the tabletop, and it all depends on the player that plays the army and not the codex. Also, I would like to mention psychic powers. Again, before the codex have been released, the psychic powers were very bland. It was not interesting, but now we see a lot of variety in powers, and the fact that I can choose what I want gives a lot of narrative again and flavor to your armies. All in all, I absolutely love the new edition. I think I would say 5th edition was my favorite, but I like this edition a lot. I think that GW will improve on it. It will change some things in the future, as they promised us. Yeah, so those guys are my 2 cents on the new edition, and I hope you like this video. This is a little bit a new format for me that I'm doing, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, share and subscribe, and leave a comment down below telling me your opinion on what I said, or in general your opinion. Thanks for watching again, guys, and have a nice day.